All right, folks. Doing another video, real quick, more on the the SSD more than anything. So a couple days ago, when the Surface Book 2 launched, I went and picked it up, and I picked up the 13-inch with the i7 16 gig 512 SSD. So I didn't max it out with everything. One, because I couldn't actually get the 1060, I couldn't get the 15-inch in Canada, so I'm kind of, I wouldn't say stuck with the 13-inch, but essentially I'm stuck with the 13-inch. Now, I've been kind of testing it. I used to be a huge geek and I used to love doing benchmarks and stuff like that. Didn't really care in my recent times because I was more busy with work, stuff like that. Not that I'm not busy with work anymore, but definitely don't have time to sit there and build and tweak and do all these weird things. I don't have time to do that. So first thing I wanted to do when I got this computer was start doing some benchmarks just to see where it's at. Is there any kind of variability, which we definitely know there is across multiple different types of computers. And even within the same models and same builds and all that stuff, there's always variation because different parts are going to be sourced from wherever and whenever. So lots of differences. One of the areas that really concerned me was the hard drive. So I actually watched a video of somebody who open boxed it. Can't remember who it was. Something like Great Western or something like that. So shout out to you for kind of showing me that you did the same test. But yeah, I just ran the Crystal Disk Mark 6 test benchmark just to see where my 512 SSD was, and I've seen some weird reports of the 256 getting some really crazy high read speeds of up to like 2500 megabits per second, or megabytes per second. Sorry, not megabits, megabytes. Sorry if you guys can hear that train going by. I apologize. I live in a poor area of Toronto, and there's always a train going by once in a while during this time. Anyways, so this is where I wanted to kind of point your direction, is in the first read speed. It's at 1676. This is highly variable. I'm not doing anything on the computer right now. And it goes all the way down to 1400 at some points, all the way up to 2000, which I don't know. I feel like that's really weird, especially if you're not doing anything on your computer. Everything else, yes, these are variable as well. Like I always see them fluctuate. So once this finishes in a minute, I'm going to pop up a screenshot that I had of when I ran this the first day. And I have since reset the computer and cleared off all the system files in the disk cleaner and brought it all the way down to like 22% used. Right now it's at 32 because I've installed some stuff. But yeah, the actual, I guess, benchmark results are very different. So this is something that I did, again, within the first couple of, I guess, few hours of me having it. And I was just testing it. So this first number is extremely variable. Like it changes consistently as as I run these things. And I can run this 20 times, and each time it's never consistent. Like it's all over the place. And this is probably going to give me a consistent number now. Oh yeah, see, so it's at 1670. Very similar to what we just got. But I think that's weird, right? That it's going all the way down to as low as 1400, all the way up to as high as 2000. But my biggest concern is, why is the 256 getting higher read speeds? Don't know. Some other people have said that they were a little bit disappointed with the write speeds of 650 or around there. Like somebody else said, realistically, the USB-C port, 3.1 port, is going to max out at around that number anyways. So who really cares? You can't really transfer anything more than that. I'm more concerned about read, because if you're using this to game or to, you know what I mean, I don't know, encode or anything like that, you want to be able to get that read speed as high as possible. And that's finished at 1750 something or 70 something, whatever. I didn't really look. But let's just run it again just to see what else we get. But yeah, it's highly variable. Like sometimes it's great, 1400. Sometimes it sucks. I mean, sorry, sometimes it's great and it's like this, 2000, and then sometimes it's really crappy. Most of the time it's intermediate, which whatever. Again, not that big of a deal. Not trying to, you know what I mean, complain like crazy. Maybe I am, but I'm just trying to bring this to, you know, everybody's attention and maybe get some feedback from other people and what they're seeing on their machine. So, if you don't mind, run Crystal Disk Mark 6 and see what numbers you're getting. Especially, and that doesn't matter which one you have. You have a 128, 256, or 512, 1 terabyte, whatever. I just want to know what people are getting because I don't want to keep a system that is significantly slower than what it should be. So, again, my concern is why is the 256 so much higher read speeds than the 512? And maybe it's a technical issue. I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea. So maybe you guys can point that out and let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna, you know, wait to see what you guys respond with, and I'll let this run one more time. And while we're waiting for this to finish, does anybody actually know which hard drive this is? Like I tried to find out, is it the 950, the 960, 961, 951? I don't know. I looked up the model number, which is the MZFLW 512 HMJP. I'm going to throw it up on the screen in a second, but it's right here. But yeah, I just took a little screenshot and enlarged it from the device manager. But that's the model number or part number, whatever you want to call it. I couldn't find this on Google. I couldn't find it. So does anybody know where this is from, or was this hard drive made specifically for Microsoft for their Surface Book 2 line? I don't know. Maybe. Could be. And the other question I have is, do you guys have a Surface Book 2 with a different model hard drive? I know in the past they've used other brands as well, so I don't know. Maybe there are other models, but so far I've only seen, you know, people kind of talking about their Samsung SSD. So yeah, if you do have another model, let me know in the comments. But yeah, let's just try to uncover more information about this SSD. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll post another video soon as possible. Thanks.